Good morning, good evening, good afternoon from the creative playground. Cheers from the Van Gogh village, Nune, in the Netherlands. I am so happy to have you. Welcome. Feel free to unmute yourselves. We're still a small group. I want this to be as informal as possible. I have like a little setup here because I'm super excited and I wanted to show things because people have been asking about ideas, but please introduce yourselves.
Hello, can I say? Do you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Alina. I live in New York and I know Sophie for a while now. We used to study in the same university. And what is it, like 9 years we know each other, 10 years?
I think we met in 2010, 2011, so it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while then.
12 years. Yeah, it's been a long time. You've known me from the time before I even cooked, actually.
Yes.
You were one of the first people that I cooked for, and I didn't even have a kitchen at the time.
That's true.
I had a sink of this size in my toilet and like a basic table, and I just bought a simple food processor for 10 euros and I started making cream soups. And then 5 years later, I was on TEDx, on Forbes, I had my cookbook, I was on TV, and some crazy stuff was happening to me. So you saw
I remember that. Yes, so now we are going to another journey with you.
Yes. And I want to welcome more and more people are joining our creative playground. We are from all over the place. Some of you I know personally, others I don't. I have promised for this experience to be an hour. I want to respect everyone's time, but also because it's the first Playdate, creative Playdate, it may get a little longer because I do want to do some housekeeping first and kind of explain how all of this is working before we jump into action and start playing and actually seeing what's happening. I want to say this experience usually feels the best if people have their cameras on so they can actually connect and feel more intimate. But I know that not everyone is able to show up on camera for different reasons. Life happens, right? And so this is a safe space where people are welcome to join with as much resources as they have, because sometimes we just need a supportive environment where we can be around, positive people. And so that's why it's all right to have people with their cameras off. But I just wanted to say that for everyone's full experience, this would be great if we can see each other because we're going to be showing things. And you know what? Because I want to get started and get right into action, I'm going to move the introduction to the one of the first activities just because that's going to make the most sense for everyone. But before, I'm going to share my screen now. So I'm going to need you to tell me if you can see things. Can you see my screen? Yes, I have a thumbs up. Perfect. All right. I am going to put this to the side. And you know what? I'm not going to go full screen. I'm actually just going to show you a few things like that because I don't want this to feel like a presentation at all. This, if anything, is an immersive experience slash workshop slash just like a play date for us to connect, to get creative, to talk about a few useful things, but also to kind of let ourselves just show up however we're feeling and maybe just connect in an authentic way. Do you have drinks? Let me see. Cheers to whatever you are drinking. So we have people in the States, we have people in Europe, which is gonna be fun for later. You'll see why. All right, so a few formalities. This is the first creative playdate. And I'm talking so fast because I am excited and I am a little anxious also. And today I just wanted to celebrate us because for whatever reason you decided to join today, because you relate to creativity in one way or another, or because you've seen me do some weird things and you want to see more, or because you just want to challenge yourself with something that sounds interesting. Whatever the reason for you to join, I hope you will be able to take from this experience exactly what you need, not only tonight, but this whole 4-week course as it is, with all of the lessons that are included, the prompts, the assignments, and all that. So the topic of today's first creative playdate is doodling for mental hygiene. Why this? This is the first thing that I started doing when I was going through a really difficult time. I was in the midst of a suicidal depression, and I was in such a bad mental state that I could barely articulate my inner experiences. And out of desperation, literally, I started drawing for the first time in my life in my 30s. And so one thing led to another, and in the course of a year and a half, these completely random, open-ended, agenda-free, desperate attempts for me to feel some mental relief, this thing led to international career as an artist, selling art as NFTs, stepping up on global stages to talk about doodling as a way to practice mental health hygiene, things that I would never have envisioned for myself. And so that's why I wanted to start this adventure by introducing you to the space where I was when I began being intentional about my relationship with creativity. Because we're all creative, but we don't all have a consistent practice of using our creativity to benefit in different areas of our life. And so hopefully this experience will give you that opportunity. Who am I? Very briefly, I am the person putting this weird experience together. I have been doing things in the self-care space for a very long time. Okay, I'm trying to juggle letting people win and making sense. So excuse my unsteady and uneven delivery, but I just want to get to the point and actually get you involved in this experience because I want to get started. So this is what's going to happen today. We're going to quickly introduce each other in a fun way. Then I'm going to give you a few examples of what a creative play date actually is and how what you can expect from this experience and from the future ones. Then you're going to set an intention for the session today. Then I'm going to show you a few things that I have prepared here to kind of inspire you and give you maybe some direction for the session. And then we're going to get down to doodling and dancing. This is the creative session for tonight. And then we're going to share. And at the end, I am going to answer a few questions that have emerged during the week. Before we move on, are there any questions? All right, please feel free to interrupt me. This is the first time I've done this in a while, so it's gonna take me a little bit to warm up, but I am super happy to have you here, and hopefully by the end of this evening, the dynamic is gonna be more relaxed and it's gonna feel more like a collective experience. All right, okay, so do you have something to draw on and something to draw with? All right, perfect. Okay, so first thing you're going to do, draw a circle on whatever you have and take no more than 1 minute to finish that circle with the first thing that comes up in your mind to make it look like something else, whatever it reminds you of. And when you're done, please show it to the camera. I really want to see what you did because this is a great example. Nice. Excellent. Excellent. This is a great example how we all have a whole different type of creativity because we start from the same place, but we go in a completely different direction. Nice. All right. I want to make this a little more interactive and I want to see where you are from. Can you please share in the chat? And I'm going to stop sharing this because I can't see your faces and that feels very much like a presentation and I don't want to do that. So please, can you pop up in the chat where you are from? India, but born in Belgium. It's complex. Yeah, I can relate to complex. We have people from Bulgaria. We have a Spanish living in the Netherlands. We have a Bulgarian living in the Netherlands. We have a Russian in the States that I know for sure. We have someone in Poland. Really great. Yes, Russian New York. I'm super happy and I really hope my wine is going to help me relax because today, one of the most important things that I wanted to share with you is that several years ago, I was in a really scary place and I couldn't envision doing anything like what I'm doing today. And this, what you're experiencing, is actually the homework of a business building program that I'm going through. And this homework is sort of my legacy. People who know me from before know that I was active in the food space and my life made a completely unexpected turn when I started struggling with my mental health and I was literally forced to start using creativity as a way to really reconnect with myself and rebuild myself again. And this allowed me to literally transform myself from somebody who was defined by the different challenges that I was going through. And I became someone who is using creativity to turn pain into power. And so this initiative is my way of kind of taking this to the next level and giving people creative tools and techniques that they can use so they can help themselves move forward on their journey, whatever that is. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen again. And I'm gonna show you what my homework will be because I wanna get straight into taking action now. I'm gonna use all the countries that we have people from, and I'm gonna create a unique artwork that's gonna celebrate today's first creative play date and kind of remain like a memory for all of us. Okay, very quickly, I'm going to show you just a few things from my experiments with the different creative tools and techniques that you are going to explore during the next several sessions. This is a workshop that I did for edible art. This is one of the things that you can expect going forward. This is the type of play date that we are having tonight, but this year happened in Eindhoven in the summer and it includes much more colorful things, but the basic idea is that doodling can be used as visual journaling and as a way to practice different type of dynamic meditation. This is also playing with food. The ones of you who are active in the Facebook group have seen me share experiments from the kitchen, so you can also expect things like this. This is edible art, something that I started doing because I have struggled with my body image a lot and I needed to find a way to reconnect with my body and give it the respect that it deserves. And these are more experiments that I have done in the doodling space. And okay, let's get straight to doing fun things here together because I wanna get to know you and I wanna start involving you in this process. So I'm gonna show you some doodles. Some of the artworks that I have created over the last year and a half, some of them you have already seen. And in the session today, you're going to do something similar to what you have done in the one of the assignments during the week. But the difference here is that instead of taking this as a tool to explore your relationship with creativity, you're going to look at these cards. I'm going to open them up like this so that you can see them better. And I'm going to give you several minutes to look at these and choose 3 visuals. Choose one that looks to you how you are feeling right now at the moment. One that looks to you like how you want to feel at the end of the session. And one that looks like the thing you want to work on or something that you need to change or accomplish. Basically, you have where you're now, where you want to be, and how you are planning to get there. So if you're showing up a little stressed out, maybe you want to get out of the session a little more relaxed. You would like to let loose. If you are coming a little tired, maybe you want to get recharged. If you are feeling lonely, maybe you would like to connect with someone. So before I give you a few minutes, actually, I'm going to play a song. But before that, I'm going to stop sharing because I want to hear someone's voice. This is getting too one-sided already, and I just want to hear somebody living on the other side of any screen. How is this feeling so far? Am I overwhelming you?
No, it's good. I feel very grateful that you're putting yourself out there, and I want more of your energy and creativity and love. So thank you.
I can really echo that. So the energy is really seeping through the screen. I really like your passion and how excited you are about this topic. And I kind of have a different creative outlet that I want to involve myself into. And I'm not a creative person, so you're just showing creativity in such a fun light. So I really like that.
Thank you for the feedback. I just one thing I want to say. 5 years ago, I had just left a corporate job. I was a senior technical writer doing the most non-creative thing you can imagine. And I actually believe we are all creative, but we don't all have the direct opportunity to apply that creativity in fun things. And so that's why we kind of need to engineer that space in our lives artificially. And so that's why I hope this experience will give you the opportunity to do that for yourself. So I am going to try and play some music, and I'm going to give you a few minutes to look at the cards, to kind of get in your space, choose 3 for the things that I talked about, and then you are going to have some time to do. I'm going to just put on some music, and then we're going to share. Let's make this a little more interactive. Were you able to choose the cards? So the questions were, how are you feeling right now? How you want to feel, and what needs to happen? How you get from A to B? Were you able to take your picks? Okay, does anyone want to share? I want to get a little more interactive here. Yes, Alina, please go.
Do you hear me now?
Yes. Thank you.
So I don't know, should I pull the picture?
You can show if you maybe did you write them down or did you?
Yes, H1 is how I feel now.
All right, I'm gonna share now. H1, okay.
So yeah, those it's like a rose.
Yes, this one here, right?
Yeah, pink background with some things going around with like little planets, or it could be flowers, whatever it is. F4 is how I want to feel.
This one.
Yeah, it's like a very sensual and confident person, a lady. And D4 is how I feel during the process, right?
Yes. So what does this mean to you?
It's basically, to me, it's like exploring whatever your sides you have, like whether it's like a dark side or it's a whatever side you accept and you don't accept in yourself.
Yes. So this is the actually one thing I'm going to show. I actually have this on my sweatshirt, and this piece is going to be in the center of New York in April, and it's called Yin and Yang, and it's about this darkness and light that we all have inside of us, and it's this inner transformation that we continuously need to go through. All right, thank you. Does anyone else want to share before you start doodling, because tonight I just wanted to kind of get this process started. Okay, yes, please, can you tell me how to pronounce your name correctly? But because I always struggle.
Sveda,
Sveta, all right, yes, Sveta, please.
how I'm feeling right now, as in like in this moment, it's A2.
So one thing I can do for next time, now I'm making a mental note, is to tell you to take pictures of the cars that you choose. Can you please repeat the one that you chose?
Yeah, it's A2. So the one, I don't know, that has
This
like,
one.
no, A2, the one before.
All
Wait, the one with like some little floating things.
right.
A2, A, the first column.
This one.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. How I want to feel end of the session is E4. So the one that has blue, yeah, that one.
Okay.
How I want to get there is G1, so the one with the hand.
This one.
Yeah.
All right. And what does that mean to you? Can you actually share what you do? I think it's going to be interesting for the rest of the participants to understand a little bit about your creative side.
Like how I do it?
Basically, share a little bit about like how we met, what
Yeah.
you do, because I think this may be interesting. You shared your homework in the Facebook group, and the people who are there maybe have seen what you do. But what's your style? If we can.
Yeah, actually, I have not really experimented with art to express feelings. It's been always words, a lot of journaling. But I was interested in that. That's why that's how I came to one of your exhibitions. When I think like how many months ago was it? Like maybe in September, I think.
It was in the summer.
Yeah, and then but you like, I like putting henna a lot. Not the best like at henna, but that's I think it's very rooted in like our culture, at least in India. So then I was just doing it on you. But at least growing up, we were restricted to putting it only on our hands. But then it was nice to like just do it on other parts of the body. I remember doing on your shoulder, a little bit on your back. So then I kind of picked up on it, and then I thought, okay, can I try to incorporate that going forward in expressing feelings, see how it goes. So then I drew this yesterday for the first assignment. I think it's very clear.
Let me try to spotlight. Can you see it big now?
Yeah. So it's
I love this. This is an excellent example how you can start speaking your own creative language and use it to communicate different things, whatever you're going through at a given moment.
Yeah, and I think I picked up a little bit on your octopus thing. So I was drawing this some other day. You see all the tentacles.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I would love, please share that in the Facebook group if you're comfortable. I would love for this to start becoming a more collaborative experience. It's going to take a little bit to find the right dynamics, but honestly, you inspire me tremendously, and I believe your skill is extremely transferable. And for instance, I would love to incorporate it in this fashion show that is coming up. And I think many people can benefit from what you can do and kind of put their own spin on it. So this is the whole concept of this experience, for people to get inspired and empowered by one another. Remy, please. I really want to hear from you. I'm very, very happy you're here.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Sophie. First of all, thank you for sharing this experience with us and guiding us through the experience. If I have to go to the cards, okay, the card that represents my feelings and my current state right now is G3. This one with the few heads.
This one?
Yes, Thank you. Because I feel really overwhelmed recently with plenty of things. As you see on the card, running in circles, I feel like I'm running in a circle right now in my life. So this is how I enter this session today. At the end of the session, I hope to feel like the card E2. Okay, yes, this one. For me, that represents connection and openness of mind. It represents connection with others and opening my own inspiration and well, really my own mind and soul. So that's what I hope is going to happen. And how it is going to happen for me, or okay, jumping to the last card, it should be F4. For me, it represents really being inspired, being in the moment, feeling, I don't know, more focused, probably. That's it, I think.
I love it. I love how, and I was saying that today in the group, I love how different people perceive the same visuals differently. And this is the beauty about abstract art. When I initially started experimenting with that style, and this is an answer to one of the questions that popped up, I really wanted to let the process happen on its own because I don't have a fine technical skill, but I had a lot of complexity internally. And so relying on simple shapes to communicate like metaphors for certain things can be extremely empowering because it gives a way to express something that you often can't put into words, which can be a whole other way to process things. But again, this is just like one way to get inside this whole experience. Okay, I just want to let you start doodling. Honestly, I just want to let you take whatever you have prepared. I want to hear from more of you. I got to figure out an efficient way to get more of you involved in the future, but because I want to respect your time and because I want to get you to the page and I want to just let you play on the page, capture whatever is going on inside of you, just do that. And you know what? I'm not going to put on music. I'm just going to let us chat informally for a little bit because I would love to connect with more of you and just learn where you're from, why you joined, what you hope to get out of this. And please start giving me feedback and constructive criticism because I really want to make this great. And I've been terrified for 35 minutes straight. I hope I loosen up eventually and kind of start enjoying this, but I just really want this creative play date to be a very empowering and fun experience for everyone in whatever way you need. So does anyone want to share? Just introduce yourselves, say why you're here, something, whatever you feel like. Yana, would you like to share? I kind of have a feeling maybe you want to share. Yes, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, my name is Yana. I'm from Bulgaria, currently in my hometown because I traveled yesterday to here. Honestly, I'm struggling right now, like emotionally, physically, and mentally. I'm not in my most comfortable place, to be honest. But all this happening right now, I already feel better just because I'm here and I'm just in mindset of doing something with my hands and like disconnecting from my thoughts, so to say it. I'm using my phone. Unfortunately, I just forgot that my computer speakers are bad, so that's why I'm using my phone for that.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah. So yeah.
You write like a beast. That's one of the many amazing creative things that you do. But you write like a beast, and you draw, and you do a lot. And I cannot wait to see what happens when you just take some time and space to create without without an agenda, without restrictions, just letting yourself be where you are and letting things pour out of you, whatever needs to get out, whatever the chosen creative language, because at this point in your life, you may be not necessarily comfortable with words, right? Like it was my case at one point, but that's the whole point. People come here for different reasons and they can take something out of it at one point that's different from a different stage. So I'm very happy to have you here and thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Nice. Thank you so much. Let's see. Agnieszka, is this how you pronounce your name correctly? I'm sorry, I'm bad.
Hi, it's Agnieszka.
Agnieszka. All right, I remember that. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you too. I'm a bit, distracted because I'm with my son and he's also drawing here, doing something, and he asks me all the time about something. So I don't get everything what you say. I'm sorry.
That is totally fine. That's the whole point. You show up with whatever you have at the moment.
Okay. So yeah, thanks. I like this course. I just actually started like yesterday doing something, and yeah, I'm happy because I missed this, creating something. I was kind of creating as a child, and I liked it very much, but then I put it away somehow, and now I feel like I want to be back. Yeah.
Nice. It's really nice that you have identified this this urge, right? Because often we can go a long time without paying attention to that, which was my case. It attracted my attention forcefully, but it's wonderful that you feel this inner calling to start creating. I celebrate this, and I hope that you will be inspired in this experience.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks for that.
Nice. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time, and I'm very happy that your son is also a part of the experience, because I honestly think that children, I don't have children of my own. I lost a baby, but I see amazing mothers around me, and I believe that children should see their mothers have fun and be playful and be creative, because that's how we condition people to perceive this as normal, because as women, we're not exactly encouraged to be playful in life. That's not the thing that society celebrates, and yet it's extremely important because it can be very therapeutic, it can be very empowering, and it can help us solve difficult problems in unusual ways. And so this is basically a muscle that we can exercise, and once we find the activity that resonates for us and is like easy to do, it can change a lot of things. Thank you for sharing. Does anyone else want to share? Because if we have shy people, maybe I can show a little bit of inspiration while you're drawing, because I know people are kind of like doing different things at the same time, and I promise to share what you can expect. Maria, do you want to share, or are you not feeling it tonight?
Well, I won't be speaking a lot today.
Oh my God.
I'm a bit sick. Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Can I introduce you?
Yeah, sure.
So Maria is amazing. Maria is, she works in cybersecurity. She's super badass, but she's an incredible artist as well. We met during an in-person creative play workshop, actually, and she was doodling with a bunch of ladies from other places, and the whole thing turned into an actual adventure, and we became friends from that one real life creative play date. So I'm extremely happy that you're here, and I am very happy that I saw that you are creating things at some point, and hopefully you will find space in your life for sustainable creativity, because I know that it feeds your soul.
Yeah, it does. And I had to say that from the things that that we did when we met, like it was like that body painting workshop, and then the workshop with the you showed a picture already, and also been in your exposition, and to be honest, meeting you for me has been amazing because I was really, really blocked when we met. You know that
Yeah.
creativity was completely away from me, and now it's getting back, and I'm starting to do things again, and I have a lot to thank to you.
Oh,
And
I
when I was in the cards, I was thinking like it's like a next step now, where right now I feel like all the ideas are back, but are still in my head. And now I need to put the space and then the place to make them real.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I'm so excited to be in this workshop and in this play dates. I think it's
Thank you.
fantastic.
Oh, thank you. You are really helping me feel like this is something that people can genuinely use, because we can all come to one experience with different needs and different expectations and get different things out of it depending on what we put into that. And so I'm very happy that I was able to awaken your creative appetite in the summer, and now you're actually intentional about this. Because in my case, my first encounters with creativity were accidental, and I only started being intentional about it when I was able to build up the courage to believe that I deserve to claim that I can do this, which is such a broken concept, because in my particular case, I grew up in an environment that doesn't it doesn't encourage people to spend a lot of time doing creative things necessarily, just because they aren't necessarily the things that bring you money. And so this was not a part of the school system. It was not something you were encouraged to do. And unless you felt inner calling that's very strong, you wouldn't do it. And I didn't, because I thought that was not a responsible thing to do, which is so sad, because it can be so healing. It can be so empowering and liberating. So we have about 15 minutes until 8 o'clock, and I really want to wrap this up and respect everyone's time, but I also want to have you share and kind of see how this is going for you and how you're feeling in the process. And although this is far from the length of the experience that ideally would allow you to enjoy this, I just want to get a sense of how this is feeling. Does anyone want to share? Yes, Yana, please. You're still muted though.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I will start first with my circle thing. I was just like
nice.
more shallowing. Then I was thinking that I feel like currently like I'm having a storm in my head, and it kind of corresponds with the weather outside. So this, wait, give me a second. This element right here, down here, should represent waves. And then I was just thinking about the butterfly in our last meeting, like with you. And this is the next one, and it's in fire, like in flames, as you can see. And then there is the wind. I don't know how, there is no logic. It's just literally whatever was popping in my head, and this is how I made it.
This is amazing. I would love for you to take a picture of this and share it in the group or with me only, but this is really gorgeous, and it's very symbolic. I mean, it's not something that you would combine. They're not symbols you would typically combine. I love it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, for sure. I will send it. I'll post it in the group, and I will send it to you as well.
Thank you. That's a perfect example of what can happen within a very limited time frame when you are restricted. I'm super happy. Anyone else want to share? Dare to share?
I can share.
Oh, okay. So DW go. I'm sorry. Please, what's your name? And then Alina can go.
Danielle. Sorry, I didn't realize it said that. I don't know. It moves around.
Oh, nice. Wow.
It's it says moonflower.
I
So
love
my
it.
daughter's name means moonlight. So I was trying to make a like a sunflower with a moon. So that was our
Wow.
circle. Yeah. And then this is like a heart for love.
This is all kinds of brilliant. There's so much symbolism in that also. I love it. I love it. So what does it speak through it? Like tell me.
So my grandma loves sunflowers. So this is kind of representing my grandma. And then my daughter, I just had a daughter, she's now almost 6 months, and her name is Isla, but it means the halo around the moon. So moonlight. So I was trying to make a crescent moon and the sunflower. And then the two stems are supposed to be like a little heart. And instead of saying sunflower, I called it moonflower.
It's amazing because I immediately am getting ideas how I can incorporate my style within this symbolism. It's just sparking ideas immediately for me. Thank you. That's beautiful. I would also appreciate if you can take a picture of that and share that in the group. I think it's going to be very inspiring for people there. Nice. Anyone else? Alina, yes, please go.
Okay, so I love plants and flowers, just very organic for me. So I guess this is what I have. I don't know. Let me turn off the background if I remember how to do that. I don't know if you see it or not. No, you don't see it.
If you go to I think to the video.
Hey, just put it under your face. Keep it under your face like that, and it will be visible.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, that's true. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, this is what I have so far. And this was, I mean, the circle was just like a different thing, which also kind of like growth and stuff. And yeah, I just feel, even though I feel very overwhelmed, like I hear a lot of people are, which is a normal thing in our nowadays world, but I just feel like sometimes you need to relax, even though you feel overwhelmed. And when you're relaxed, you can make like the best decisions, and you just have to start accepting yourself for whatever it is, like even if even if you're like, oh my God, I'm lazy today, oh my God, I'm this, I'm that, but it's okay, like it's fine. So we don't have to be productive all the time. So this is yeah, I guess it's my journey now,
I love it. I love it. And the thing with productivity, this is something that I have historically struggled with a lot and have felt guilty when I couldn't measure, what I did. And so it's a really something that we should start thinking differently about, because these non-productive times can be very important for next steps. And if you don't allow yourself that space, you can, like the background thing cannot happen. So we need to cultivate that empty space. And these creative practices, which are often mindless and very automatic, can be perfect for that, actually. Do we have anyone else who wants to share? Yes.
Yeah, I was just painting some colors. But I think you can see I just started with.
I love it. I love it. I really want to learn this. Like, I want you to teach me the basics, how to combine these, how to invent my own shape. Seriously, I love it.
Yeah, I still feel very stuck with the specific kinds of things I do. I see a lot of images on Pinterest, and yeah, but I don't do it intentionally. It's very loose. I remember like when I was in I think when I was 12 years old, we had an exam. I hated the exam. I was so bored, and I had pencils. I was just drawing this so mindlessly, and of course I never like did it consistently. But then I think after coming No, then I think during COVID, we were bored, so I would draw henna on like myself, my mom, my grandmother, and then over here I was very like sometimes, yeah, if you're homesick, you're gonna do that, right? So then I would buy, and then yeah, then I think I after like your workshop also I thought, okay, this is something I can do without thinking anything else. Like I find it hard to replicate because I don't have the technical skills, like you said.
It's a very easy go-to thing for you. It's your preferred language at this point in your life.
Yeah, and I just started. I liked the orange color because it's very bright. So I was like, okay, it's a nice moment.
I think this is the moment I should do something very important. You know what I'm gonna do? So for the people who don't know what's happening, she drew this on me. Oh no, I don't know if I can show it. Can you see it?
Wait, let me put you on spotlight. Yeah.
So she drew this. So I'm gonna post a picture on that in the Facebook group. Yes, it was an orange drawing in your typical style, and this is the shirt that I built a 2.5-meter installation in, but that's a whole separate story. So this is why I really want you to kind of start sharing more and more of your work, because I think you can inspire a lot of people, and I want to learn. I'm serious.
Yeah, I think Pinterest is our best friend. I also feel, yeah, I can learn it with you, like get some more basics, and then see, because I feel very stuck to specific kinds of patterns.
In my particular experience, once you find something that's interesting enough and easy enough for you to do over and over and over and over again, that's how I ended up creating like hundreds of these, just because I can do it. I don't get bored. I can vary it nonstop. And it doesn't matter if you're drawing, it doesn't matter if you're like dancing. If you find your specific creative language that kind of motivates you to go on, it can be your avenue for so many different things.
Yeah, I really like your artwork. Like I remember in your exhibition, you had the initial stages, and then how you had like your style itself, and you also had one sheet with basic elements.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
really... By the way, just a little thing. This is in your bonus for week 2. Actually, the doodling. This thing, you get the PDF of this. Actually, this is the techniques of my style. She's talking about this.
Yeah. So thank you so much for I don't know, pushing it. It's like, okay, you have those, but no one's pushed me, I feel, and it was very nice to get to know you. A couple of times we met, and yeah, that's we'll try to meet up to do more of the kind of things.
Yeah. I'm really happy we're starting this, because honestly, I think once we kind of find the right format, we can get even more practical, because I would love for you to teach, like during one of these sessions, something drawn yourself and actually help people do the same thing in real time. I would totally do that with like an eyeliner on my hand during one of these sessions, and that would be fun for everyone, I think.
Yeah.
Nice. We really have only 2 minutes according to my initial promise, so I want to respect that. But do we have someone else who wants to share? And I'm going to do an extra video where I'm going to answer just some questions that have popped up. But really, before we kind of wrap up for tonight, do we have anyone else? I really want to see what you did, because tonight was just so special for me.
Okay, I can show my work, because we saw some really wonderful drawings until now, and I'm terrible in drawing, so I think I can inspire others who maybe think the same for themselves. So, okay, I'm not sure you do not see.
Yes.
Let me unblur my background. Yeah, maybe that's
so
better.
Nice.
Well, I started here. Okay, here, this is my circle, and I started to build around the circle, first using some colors, but then I needed something stronger, so I went to the normal carbon pencil, And I don't know what's that.
It doesn't matter.
I just know that we have some nodes here, and we have some connection and some colors here and there, and maybe we have a core and something built around that core. That's it, pretty much.
Love it. I love it because I'm very quickly going to share one thing. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about very quickly. This is where I started. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
This is where I started. This was when I was in the really severe, scary suicidal depression. My brain capacity was this much. I could do nothing else. I could only do like some geometric things and like something that was parallel, or something that was calming my brain. There was no concept, no nothing. And I just did it over and over and over again. And like the better I felt, the more intentional I started getting it, and the more kind of things I started finding interesting and wanted to experiment with. And that's how my style emerged. I just let myself do what felt good long enough for it to start looking like something. That's the process. And many people were asking, okay, how do you not criticize yourself? Honestly, I don't have a smart answer to that question, because I'm the person who criticizes like every little detail about everything that I do. I do that. That's my default. And because I got into such a bad state where I really couldn't do anything else, I was only able to do the thing, which is how I saw that if you let it and don't force it, don't mess with it, don't try to take it somewhere you want it to be, just let the thing do its whatever, it's gonna take you somewhere, and it's gonna take you exactly where you need to be, because it's like a river and it needs to make its own way. And because it's a new thing, it's unpredictable. You just can't know. But it's super scary because you don't know what to expect, and you just want it to make sense. You want to justify the time you put into it. But anyway, I love it. I love it. I really do. This is awesome. I'm super happy.
Thank you.
I have a million things that I want to do better, but I'm very grateful for your time. And anyone else who wants to share before we wrap up? Yes, Agnieszka, please.
Okay, my intention was not to share, but my son said I have to share because it's so beautiful, you know.
It's so beautiful. You do have to share. Oh my God, yes.
It's kind of, you know.
There's a lot of fire energy going on tonight, I feel.
Kind of organic things that I like to do.
What does it mean to you?
Sorry?
What does it mean to you?
I'm not sure really. There are some kind of flowers and some kind of, I don't know, leaves or something like.
What emotion does it convey?
Emotions. Let me think. I don't.
Okay, another question. If it was a season, what season would it be?
Now, as I can see it on the screen, I see it's like fire. No?
Yes.
So I wasn't seeing it like that before, but yes, I can see fire now and some kind of water here, maybe. So like combining these elements.
Contrast. Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing. Oh my God, I'm super happy. I am just really delighted that you all took the time to do this. Please take pictures of your creations. If you feel comfortable, take a selfie with your creations, because I gotta remember that. Thank you so much for being here. A lot of exciting things are gonna happen as long as I'm able to put the puzzle together, because this is emerging naturally and I'm trying to guide the process. So all constructive criticism and feedback and ideas and comments are super welcome. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm going to record a separate Q&A session with ideas. Nice. We have, yeah, people are sharing. Yeah, let's see. Let me see. I'm going to, exactly, the geometric art. Yeah. Really cool. Really cool. Anyway, thanks again. You're gonna get your new content tomorrow. I am going to learn from this and remember this, and you're really great. Hope to see you again next time. And yeah, enjoy this and don't stop creating. I think we can get a lot out of this, all of us together.
Thank you.
Bye. See you soon. Hopefully next week.
Bye.
Thank you.